everybody, it's John from 1021 Studios back with another episode of Top Tips for Actors. Today, we are going to be focusing on how to protect yourself from getting scammed. I saw this thing last night. Somebody was out on one of these acting groups saying, "Oh, I'm a talent manager and I'm looking to fill my roster. You just need to send me a registration fee to be considered for representation by my agency." It's obviously bullshit. Right? If you know the business in the industry and how it works, you're going to be fine. You already know that there were so many red flags in what I just said that it wasn't even worth responding to. But if you're new and maybe you haven't been exposed to everything yet, sometimes it's easy to fall for these scammers and what they're trying to do to you. So I figured I would jump in with an unplanned top tips for actors, and detail how I go about figuring out, or how anybody else can go about figuring out if something's a scam or not. So we're going to dive right into it, okay? All right, first and foremost, for those of you who may be new to the industry, let's talk about agents and managers, okay? Never, ever, ever pay an agent or a manager any type of fee. Okay, the way this industry works, the legitimate industry, is when you are represented by an agent, they book you for jobs. They send you auditions, and if you land the audition, you land the job, your agent will then take a percentage of what you get paid. The same thing works for a talent manager. They take a percentage of the jobs that you book. Okay, so if you get paid $1,000 for, or thereabouts, for a one-day principal role on a SAG project, you're going to be making a little bit more than 1,000. But for our purposes, let's just say it's 1,000. Of that $1,000, your agent will probably take between 10 to 20%. Okay, so $100 to $200 right off the top. If you have a manager, they may take another 10 to 20%. Okay. And what you are left with after that is what you've earned, okay? So they are legitimately, because they helped you book this job, they got you the audition, they went out, they pitched you as a potential perfect fit for this role, they take a percentage of what you earn. That's how it works. That's the only way it works, okay? So the moment you see anybody saying, "Oh, I'm an agent, but I need an upfront fee to get you into our database, or to get you this, or to get you that," run, because they're not legit, okay? And you can always figure out if an agent or a talent manager is legitimate by asking for their company name, which, going back to what I saw last night, this guy didn't even, or girl, I don't know who it is, didn't even put a talent agency name in their post, okay? Go out and look them up. The best way to do that, IMDb Pro. If you are in this industry and you are serious about acting and getting involved in securing roles, get yourself an IMDb Pro account. It is going to enable you to look up these so-called companies and agencies and figure out if they're legitimate. Okay, every legitimate talent manager and agency is on IMDb Pro, and you can see exactly who they represent and exactly what their contact information is. Okay, I know that some scammers like to try to pretend that they're associated with this. Going back to last night's post, this guy had posted elsewhere that he was part of the Yellowstone production, that he was part of the United Talent Agency, et cetera, et cetera. Red flags all over the place. But you got to do your homework. And the best place to start is on IMDb Pro. So get yourself an account. If you're a member of SAG, you get a discount. There are a couple of Facebook groups, I think, that are offering discounts to IMDb Pro as well. That is something that is a worthwhile investment in your career, like professional headshots or acting classes. I mean, it goes hand in hand with that. And it really is a vital tool, because you can go out and look these people up. Never take anybody at their word on Facebook. Even IMDb Pro is not foolproof. I'm quite certain that there are, some pretty shady characters that lurk out there as well. But it's a starting point. And if, like this person last night, didn't even offer up a name of an agency, obviously you're not going to find anything on them on IMDb Pro, so then you can go to Google and start your Google search from there. But remember, money flows to you, not away from you in this business. It's the same. I write novels in my other career. I'm a professional novelist. I've been published by every major house in New York City for the past 20 years. Okay? It's the same thing. Scammers are over there too. I don't know what it is about creatives that scammers really enjoy taking advantage of. I don't know if we're just hopeless optimists or we want to believe the best in people or what it is, but the writing industry is rife with scammers as well. And, you know, vanity publishers, oh, well, you have to pay to be edited. Oh, you have to pay for this. Oh, you have to pay for that. Same thing. It's all bullshit, okay? Money flows to the writer. Money flows to the actor, not away from you, okay? Put that in your head and make it your personal credo. You're only spending money on things that make sense. And things that make sense, acting classes, headshots, coaching, IMDb Pro membership, maybe a website, maybe getting your reel edited, stuff like that, legitimate costs. But anybody that says they want to represent you is taking a chance on you and saying, I believe this person, when I bring them onto my roster, has the talent, has the looks, has that je ne sais quoi that is going to earn my agency money. So I will be able to then earn money on them. Not through registration fees, not through bullshit website activation fees or any of this other crap that I've seen, you know, scammers targeting actors with. It's just not how it works, okay? So with that said, we are going to get back to the whole Facebook, primarily Facebook, because that's where I'm a member of all these groups and that's where I see most of the stuff. I'm going to show you real quick how I just go about confirming that these things are actually scams. All right, so forgive the handhold camera action here, since I'm going to have to do this on my own here. So here we are over in Actors in New England, a public group that has almost 2,000 members in it, right? And right here, we see this person named Lacey Bridges, okay? This is the offending person that posted last night about the talent manager thing. We'll get to that in a second. But here, 2 days ago, you can see, we are in need of upcoming actors to take on a role in a new movie. If you're interested, inbox me. Okay, forgiving for a moment the fact that clearly sentence structure is a foreign concept to Lacey Bridges. This is about as crappy a casting notice as I've ever seen. No details on the project. You don't know if it's a short film, if it's an episodic, if it's a feature film, if it's somebody's, you know, scene creation for their reel or what. Also, there's no contact information here. Like, if you're interested, inbox me. Like, so now you're supposed to go out to Lacey Bridges' profile and drop them a DM, which is probably like the most insecure method of contacting somebody, given how much spam and other junk ends up in my Facebook message account. So I don't know what this person was hoping to achieve. Well, I do know what they were hoping to achieve. They were hoping to achieve finding a bunch of easy targets that they could take advantage of. So as you can see, I already commented here that this is a scam. And then Desmond Johnson replied, what makes you think it's a scam so I can arm myself with knowledge? Like, I respect this. This guy's like, okay, like, I may not have thought that this was a scam, so let me ask this guy and have him drop some knowledge on me so I can make sure I don't fall for this. And as you can see, you know, this is the same person claiming in another post to be a talent manager who requires a registration fee to be considered for representation. It's all bullshit. Yeah, I use a lot of profanity, but hey, I'm a veteran, so that's what you get. No legit agent or manager asks for money up front. They take a percentage of what you earn based on the jobs that they are able to book for you. So Desmond hasn't replied yet, but now we're going to jump over to, first of all, let's just click on Lacey's page here, okay? Lacey Bridges with some sort of stock photo BS, okay? Also a man. Oh, see, now here's something. Talent managers for actors. Yeah, okay. Gonna buy that. Sure. Okay, so here's his post. This is what he's posted in here. And as you can see, like he double posted this before, and you've got all these people, unfortunately, that are like, I'm interested. And then, fortunately, Noel, I don't know why I can't see his comment. Let me go over here and go to all comments, Facebook being Facebook. First of all, Noel is out here saying, this is a day or so ago, it'd be helpful if you provided all the basic casting, this profile looks fake, worked at Yellowstone, right, but this person over here is still saying he's interested. Fortunately, Noel's like, it's a scam, and this guy's like, thanks. And then Jason, scammalama ding dong. Yeah, I agree, man, I agree. So let's, I'm just going to pause this video for a second, and then we'll bring up his other notice about the talent managers. All right, so apparently after I reported the post last night in Actors in New England, they actually took it down. But I obviously took a screen cap of it beforehand, so I'll drop that in the video right now. And now that we've looked at that and gone through it, let's go over here to Lacey's profile. Okay, anybody that you have even the slightest concern about, you should be checking out their profile on Facebook. So let's go to Lacey's. Here's his intro. Worked at United Talent Agency. Did you? That's interesting. So let's take a look. Yesterday, updated his profile picture with this, which looks like a college lecture of some type. Stock photo, most likely. Here's his other picture. Yeah, fortunately, the resolution on this picture isn't that good either, because you could potentially do, I need both my hands to do this, but you could basically open this image in another tab and blow it up and see what's actually on the screen here and what maybe these pages say. I bet it has nothing to do with being a talent manager. However, call me jaded, call me cynical if you will, but that's it. And this is it. These are the only two posts that you can find on this clown's profile. Okay, Lacey Bridges worked at United Talent Agency. Okay, so here's a thought. Let's jump over to IMDb Pro. Okay, so let's just, for shits and giggles, type in Lacey Bridges, which, honest to God, sounds more like a OnlyFans page than a talent manager, but what the hell do I know? Lucy Bridge, yeah, so there's no Lacey Bridge here, okay? So that's kind of a thing, right? Let's jump over here to Google and say United Talent Agency, Lacey Bridges, and see what comes up. Now, United Talent Agency is one of the biggest talent managing companies in the world. But, as you can see, you got a couple of miscellaneous hits here on Google. Like this Lacey Bridges is in Charleston. Yeah, that's the same woman that's on LinkedIn in Charleston. Here's Lacey Flynn Bridges with a different spelling than what our scammer did. And she's into jewelry. So she is not a talent agency. Now, worst comes to worst. And honestly, at this point, you should already know that this is a complete and total scam. But if you wanted to be extremely thorough, you could just simply call up United Talent Agency and ask them if they have an agent on their roster named Lacey Bridges. It's that easy. They will take your phone call. They will confirm or deny if they have a talent agent on their payroll and say, look, there's this person named Lacey Bridges is claiming to be a talent agent with UTA, and I am just trying to confirm or discredit, that claim. and they will be more than happy to either tell you right there on the telephone or take down your contact information and get back to you. I've done it before. I know that it works. Okay. There's this big mystique about, oh, I don't want to call up UTA and, piss them off or some such BS thing like that. I mean, give me a break. It's a legitimate business. Any legitimate business is going to be concerned about people impersonating agents from their organization, and they're going to want to combat that as much as humanly possible. Okay? All right. So that's basically it. I'm sure, scammers are smart. This guy, Lacey Bridges, or this woman, Lacey Bridges, as I mentioned, she's also a member of this other group on Facebook called Talent Managers for Actors, which is a legitimate group. The woman that runs it, Wendy, is very good at keeping scammers out of her group. So Lacey doesn't have any posts over there because they'd immediately be flagged. And that group actually has a lot of legitimate talent managers and agents in it. So what I think might be happening is that this Lacey Bridges person might just be in this group to educate themselves in order to appear more legitimate than they currently are. Me and other people saw through their posts over on the Actors in New England group pretty easily, but sometimes it gets difficult, right? So if they start being a member of this group and hearing and reading posts and stuff like that, they're trying to educate themselves possibly to appear more legitimate and make it harder to figure out if they are a scammer or not, at least until they ask you for money. If you just keep that one line in your mind about, money flows to the actor, not away from the actor, by and large, you should be fine, because that's just the simplest, easiest thing to remember about this industry. You're supposed to make money, and then your agents and your reps and your publicist and your manager, they all get a cut of that, okay? But you get paid. You don't pay them any sort of upfront registration fee. That's just crazy. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel, share it around. This is just me talking. I don't have a script here or anything like that. This is just me. I hate scammers. They're like little bullies, and I hate bullies. And this sort of thing just pisses me off when I see good people falling for these tricks. Again, I don't know what it is about the creative industry that people feel like, well, I'll just go over there and take complete advantage of these people and fleece them for their money. I mean, by and large, most actors, like most writers, not wealthy. So, I don't know what it is that attracts us to these scammers. Personally, I wish they'd target hedge fund managers just a little bit more. So if you like the video, please leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share it around, share it to people that need to see this, because awful lot of scammers out there, and it's pretty scummy. So thank you for watching, and if you need any rental space in Providence, Rhode Island, 1021 Studios. Have a good day.